Hello, welcome back. Today we are gonna do some fun stuff, I think. We have to implement a bunch of entities. I already started implementing the backpack, which is quite empty. There's nothing coming out of it right now. And another thing I wanted to implement was a chipping. Because right now I'm implementing a few things for the soldier. And there we need to actually add a few more entities. I just looked into throw chip and throw head. It turns out that they're almost similar. Throw head is actually turning the current entity into a head, which we're not gonna do. My plan is to remove the entity and spawn a head. The reason being that we cannot really modify, or we shouldn't really modify entities that much. And having a separate type of entity for that maybe makes it more fun. I don't know, let's see. But I just noticed there's few offset here. Yeah. That definitely is gonna have some consequences. Anyway, let's start with throw chip, because this is definitely being a new entity. One of the anonymous ones again. Because this is not having a class name. But in my game logic implementation, we have to have classes. Otherwise, things are not gonna work. Okay, let's go over it and start implementing it. There's definitely one function I noticed, velocity for damage. And oh, it's only used here. Interesting. Then where should we put it? It's definitely required for throwing a head. And if we want to turn the player into let's put this not on in misc. Let's put it in player. Let's keep it somewhat close to each other. This is the player entity. A long file. Getting even longer now. But this is giving us the opportunity to implement function velocity. Actually, we could copy paste it. Let's do it like this. Local vector. New vector. I also add back C random. C random is 2 times math.random minus a half. So this gives you a range from -1 to 1. Okay. That's that. DM, let's rename it to damage. Let's do some math. Multiply. Two. Anything that's gonna be 10. Okay, let's format it a bit. Alrighty. That's that. Let's go back here. This is actually let's do we need a field? Let me think. Think. We got velocity, which is based on damage. Chip name. This we don't really need because I saw that it's always the same. It's always like, oh wait. For some reason it's 222 here for the wizard. Here it's 333 for ogre. My plan was actually also like dog 333, demon 111. Interesting. I'm wondering now if it's an oversight. Like, has it always be 1, 2, 3? We can take a look at the model in a bit. Let's implement a throw chip. We have no fields because we don't need any. We need the archon when we are gonna spawn it. Okay, cool. Spawn. This set model. Yeah, let's do it like this. I'm wondering. Yeah. Let's do it like this. Give it an arch and vector for min max. The velocity, we're gonna set it here. Move type. Oh, it's bounce. It is not solid. Otherwise it would block. We need angular velocity. It is a new vector. This multiply by 600. Think it's gonna be remove. For some reason it is setting L time. I'm wondering why, because L time, local time is only meant for entities which have the move type pusher. Anyway, let's use it. We frame flags. It's actually initialized with 0, but let's copy over the stuff. And then last but not least, we need to schedule a think. We need SL time, which is set to time, plus 10, plus maybe up to 10 more seconds. And then this remove. Okay, this is chipping. Let's copy paste how to spawn entities because we are lazy. Dun dun dun. No, we have a problem. We do not have this in this context because this is going to be a static method. We need to pass it as an argument. This. We're gonna pass the origin. Oh, I learned my lesson. We're gonna make a copy. And yeah, the velocity. Velocity for damage. So, and we need this 3 times, and we need a model. This is gonna do it like this for const model of. So I had the search ready. Yeah. Prox chip 1. Two and 3. Gonna spawn 3 of them. There's actually potential for optimization here because chips are not really meaningful for multiplayer context. We necessarily do not need to spawn or like waste a server entity on a chip. We could actually push it to a client, or it could be completely done on client side at some point where we just like create client entities responsible to showing the chipping. That would save us some server resources, but this is like somewhere down the line if you want to optimize things like that. Okay, we need a way to test this. So since we are in player already, player also has handle, what was it? Handle impulse. Yeah, handle impulse command. Case 100. What was the class name? Chip entity. This engine, this origin. Yeah, what's gonna be a damage? Minus negative 200. Or let's make it 300. Okay. That should do the trick. Almost. We have to register this one. Where do we have player? Okay. Let's see. Target. Plus 100. Yeah. Nice. Have a party with all the chips. Cool. Good stuff. Then circling back to the reason why I was actually doing this. Okay, got it. Army die. I'm thinking how to implement throw head now that we do all of this. Again, I'm not really a fan of changing things that much. But this is gonna be important for the player as well. Yeah, I would rather remove it, but then also we cannot really remove the player because it's bound to the first couple of entities. Yeah, no. Let's do it the Quake way. Let's transform the body into something else on the same addict. Okay. Now I'm thinking how to do it. Should we also go down the static route? Oh, one more thing before we continue. Let's do this differently. Also missing documentation on this one. Then we can do this. The engine, the origin. Let's go back here. Yes. And oh look, yeah, it's always, is it always self dot health? Almost always, yeah. Let's do this. Bam. Chip entity. We need head model. Let's check if they're always next to each other. Okay, they are. The model might be different. Okay, cool. Let's do it like this. We're gonna implement all of this, and because just saw next think -1, which means like it's completely taking the entity out of the thinking. Let's make sure that we actually, because we introduced this schedule think stuff, yeah, we introduce. How to expose it actually to like. How would you call something which is no longer thinking? I'm coming up with words like dumb. I don't know. Let's call it reset thinking. I'm not happy with this. I'm pretty sure at some point, maybe when I'm out and about running errands, that I'm like, oh, I should rename this method. Um, so what it's gonna do, this scheduled things, it's gonna be set to 0, like an empty array. This next thing, it's gonna be -1, making sure it's definitely that. And completely resets thinking and purchase or sketch. Yeah, let's do it like that. We have base entity entity to be chip. It's a string e.g. procs h player dia turns entity into chips into a head. Will spawn random chips. Okay, let's do this. Entity set model head model entity frame 0 entity move type. It is move type bounds. Entity. It's getting tedious. Focus. Take damage. No. I'm wondering what kind of tooling they had back then writing QC code. Because without any syntax highlighting and this kind of intelligence, whatnot, I would go crazy. Definitely would go crazy, I think. I mean, in the past, the first real IDE I worked with back then was Microsoft Visual Studio 6.0 Professional, I don't know. But it provided all the necessary tools I needed to actually be able to build Doom. I always wanted to not just build maps for Doom back then, like the classic Doom, but also enhance the game mechanics This is where I fell down the rabbit hole of learning C the hard way. It was a fun time though. So let's do something here. If health is above 0, we definitely gonna do a random thingy here. Let's do it like this. Then it's gonna be the health. Otherwise, we're gonna choose a random number because we're gonna do something soon. We need C load by 24 units. I don't know why. Might be because of the head offset of the model. Who knows? Who knows? We need to remove a flag. We're gonna do this like that. Moving on ground so that bouncy bounce makes bouncing stuff. Ooh, I almost typed itself again. Happened to me a few times. Okay, this is a new vector. 0, 600, 0, multiply by C random. Okay. And now handle impulse. That's my favorite. We already had the 100. Explain entity is actually really nice. Test. This is exactly what we need here. Chip entity. Chip entity, chip entity. Trace.entity. Let's take this one. Okay. This should basically implement a death ray, killing everything. M is still bound, okay. No target. Oh no. Oh no, 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 what happens? Oh boy. That happens if you talk and type at the same time. Okay, let's see. No target. Which? Okay, crazy. It is bouncing like crazy. Oh, we forgot one more thing actually. Yeah, let's go and put it here. chip entity, throw chips entity. Yeah. Let's go. No target. Bam. Bam. What happens if I do it here? Crash. Yes. If entity is not an actor, we're gonna do nothing. Because actually, it would be interesting to see what happens. Can you turn a button into a chip? Might break a couple of things, but we're here to learn. This is pure educational fun, right? GBD chip. GBD chip. And I killed my button. No. Can I do this again? Yeah, nothing happens. I was expecting more like this, more party. What about the doors? Yeah, okay, boring. Boring. Let's put it back in. Is actor is set here. It's by default false. All I think base monster is gonna override it. They are supposed to be all actors. Yep, as well as the player. Yep. Okay, fun. Whoa, take this. We also need to add the sound back, I just noticed. Hmm. There's the squishy mushy sound. This. Let me check. Yeah. Let's implement it that way. Oh, wait, it's actually separate. Oh no. Oh no. What? Why? Okay, makes sense. Okay, anyway, this is for a different day. Okay, sound is definitely attached. But we can make it optional. Yeah. Place chipping sounds if true. And I really like this one here, so let's do it. If place sounds true. Entity start sound channel voice. Below half. Then we're gonna chip it. Or we use that sound, whatever that means, UDEV. Full volume, no attenuation, ATDN, none. Please. Default sound. Why has it auto generated here? Anyway, I really need to change some of the settings of ESLint, and especially how VS Code is doing things. Whoosh. Interesting. Didn't we do the reset? Oh no, actually, I think I forgot, right? Yeah. Funny. I really forgot. Reset thinking. They're still thinking. No, the heads are moving around. That's hilarious. Ooh. Not anymore. Oh, I need to implement those secret doors. Also missing over here, I think. Yep. Oh, this water level 2. It's my first weapon. We also need to implement all those weapons. I implemented switching weapons the other day, but there's still no attack. And yeah, I think it's a lot of code actually. It's in combat and weapon. Where do we have it? Combat. Okay, it's not that much. A few hundred lines of code. Easy. But weapons is a bit more. Yeah. Even though a few things are already implemented. Like set current ammo, best weapon, check no ammo. I think I tried to also made it a little bit more readable, but bad example. Yeah, like this, where you can easily define more items, like items in this map, actually. How things should look like. Like this is an X, and then it's What is the ammo? What is the view model? What is the weapon frame priority? Priority is important for choose best weapon. It is actually checking the priority. And select best weapon. Out of ammo is not there yet. But it's yeah. Also backpack. It's also not fully done yet. I started adding it, I think, last night. So it's not applying like whatever is in the backpack to the player because at some point I was like, where should I add this logic again? Also, I need to take care of functions like these. Yeah. At least I had some ideas like this dispatch event, which I started drafting. Maybe drafting is a strong word, but right now it's re-implementing the old way. This is gonna send to the player a console command, bf bonus flash. All it does, it's like flashing up the screen. This is vanilla Quake behavior. Anyway, I was thinking about having some sort of like an event bus where the server can communicate things to the front end, the client code, and then the client code can then handle like events like bonus flash, and in future maybe also having some sort of more interactive status bar. But this is TBD. Not sure if I yeah, it's gonna be 10 more times. I'm gonna change my plan for the client code anyway. And anyway, it's gonna be some more code to come, definitely. Going back to weapons, I think this is what I first let me try to wrap up the AI part. There's more code to it. Especially with find target we have. Forward, back, pane. I think these are missing somewhat. There's some oh, if this is a dragon, do something else. I need to think how to abstract this in a more meaningful way, so it's gonna be reusable on different stuff as well. Maybe some fields where we can detect, like this is actor, for instance, we can also have it for different things. I don't know. Just spitballing a few ideas out loud. Also, like this, it's an interesting contraption I noticed. We need to make it a bit better. I already started like adding some more generic stuff. Like there's side sound, which is then getting implemented the proper way. I think that I'm gonna do the same thing here. Like there's soldier attack, check attack. Yeah, this is gonna be fun. Yeah, I might move it to the actual entity class, even though it's more like AI. Is it in the same file actually, or is it somewhere else? No, this isn't fight. Okay, WTF. Yeah, AI, fight, and weapons. That's definitely what we need to implement. And then we can base all the other entities on top of it, I think. Like there's so much generic stuff. The other day, this is also like, this is the state functions of Quake C, where you can define like what frame is connected to what. I think I explained it in a previous video, where I also showed where it was originally coming from. Like the Doom code base had some something similar. But what I did the other day, I was like, "Hey, ChatGPT, this is the new structure. This is the old structure. Please rewrite it." It did a bang up job. Actually, it was for Socher. Um, over here, I defined this one by hand, and then I told ChatGPT, "Hey, do the rest," and it did in a pretty good way. Except for sound, it didn't know how to replace it, so I did it myself. But this was easy. It's like it takes you away like 99% of the work you have to do, the busy work. But yeah, look at this. This is the code for fish. It's so simple. Like your standard standard bootstrapping for an entity. We can let ChatGPT do this. This is a different topic. I will explain in a different video because it's I might overthink it or like redo it a couple of times. Um and pretty much everything else is then based on top of what we are doing here. So we are doing an 80/20 actually. Oh, there's some. Okay, this is not interesting for us now. This is definitely, we can put this in base monster entity, ogre. Same here. State machine. Some code here and there, throwing grenades. Explosions, the grenade we have to re-implement though. Yeah, easy. Yeah, definitely 80/20. And items. Yeah, items. It's also one topic we need to look at. Ah, this is gonna be fun. So much code. But this is quite a lot of redundancy as well. We can also, yes, dumb it down. Not really dumb it down, but make it a little bit more abstract so that we don't have to repeat ourselves all the time. But it's gonna be fun. Yeah, drop backpack. Okay, these are pure QC definitions. Tar baby. Yeah, let's see. So if there's enough spare time for me, maybe I manage to port over all the code this month in somewhat more modern way of JavaScript. And then we actually can take care of a few other things because I have plenty of ideas which I want to put in here. Maybe then refactor the code base once more, because then if I touch every file and port it over every source code, I will know what to basically improve, what to abstract, what to streamline. Yeah, anyway, I think this is enough bubbling for today. We implemented chipping. Let's go chip something. Whoosh, whoosh, whoosh. Yeah, there's lots of code missing. They're not like communicating with each other. Usually they would wake up when there's something happening. But yeah, anyway, that was a fun exercise. There's backpack. Choo. Okay. Lots of code. Lots of code, lots of code. A couple of things I really would like to change though. But right now I'm actually quite happy, especially like how easy it is to set up new entities. I mean, granted, it's a little bit more verbose because you have all those things you need to define. If we look back at like this code or like here, like you don't really need to define a class to spawn an entity, like an anonymous entity. Anonymous meaning there's no class name because it's actually quite dumb. It does nothing. Next to thinking it means getting removed. Anyway, but then I think I'm quite happy with the structure we introduced here, like where you can do the reset thinking, you can sketch a next thing, which is a little bit more explaining. The code is more explaining. This is actually one thing I really hate about people who are using variables like this, like we, DM, whatnot. I get it. It was easier back then because you have the chances are they didn't have autocomplete and whatnot. But we all have these things now, and I prefer like having meaningful variable names because then you don't have to think and look up and like, oh, what is RS again? What is DM again? What is DM meaning here and there and everywhere? We can have speaking variable names where it's obvious what's happening and what's supposed to happen because for sure in 2 weeks, not even 2 months, I'm gonna look at my code I wrote and I'm gonna be like, what the hell did I do here again? And I hate that, really. Like this one, DMG. I need to rename it to damage. Yeah. Definitely gonna clean up the code. Once we implemented everything and everything is working quite well in the way I like it to have, we're gonna clean it up. We're gonna optimize a couple of things. That's for sure. Also, there's no rhyme or reason what convention. Like I'm porting over like a couple of variable like field names, entity field names. There's no rhyme or reason when it's called like underscore time in the end. Like this is what I introduced. But yeah. Convention. If you have good speaking, variable names, class names, whatnot, and you have a convention, you do not need to write lots of documentation and you won't get lost in 2 weeks or more. And actually, quite frankly, it makes more fun if you really know what to do by just reading code and getting some suggestions from the autocomplete, like here and there and this. And then you can simply write down a couple of things. Anyway, this is enough rambling. I'm already at like 55 minutes. This is, I don't know. I might bore you guys to death. So, but yeah, thanks for tuning in and hope I'm looking forward to talking you to death on the next video. So yeah, like and subscribe and whatnot, and let me know what you think about the current progress. Bye.